All right, Michael, tell us what we have here.
Well, this is the 2009 Chevrolet Traverse. It is the fourth of several vehicles that are built on the front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive platform, a truck platform, of which the derivatives are the Buick Enclave, the GMC Acadia, Saturn Outlook, and now the Chevrolet Traverse. Let's gravitate to the front of the vehicle first of all. It's very important when you're developing a design, particularly with a company like General Motors that has a lot of brands. They have Buicks, they have Chevrolets, they have Cadillacs, and they have Saturns and whatnot. So it's very important for that division to have a face, to have something that's very identifiable as a specific brand, the DNA that's indicative to the brand. So if you look at the face of this new Chevrolet Traverse, what we're trying to do on all the Chevrolets is have a family resemblance. You look at the two vertical slots here that are divided by this body-colored bar here, and of course the notable Chevrolet bow tie. It definitely distinguishes this as having a definite Chevrolet face. And at the same token, what we're trying to do is to take some of that theme and to be very contemporary with it. When you look at a crossover typically is a vehicle that combines the best of the functionality of a sport utility and the creature comforts, luxurities, and amenities of a car. So this vehicle, because it is a utility vehicle, you know, when you look at the design of it, in the front, it has some of the softness of some of the style, some of the elegance of a more car-like vocabulary as opposed to being very vertical and being extremely utility like a truck. So you have a more integrated kind of feel where you don't literally see a bumper per se, although this material is a soft fascia, so there's a bumper behind here, but it has a more integrated look, more like a car as opposed to a truck. You look at how the lamps are designed. The lamps are designed to be integrated with the surface. They actually drape over the surface of the fender, as it were, and you showcase the latest technology, which is a projector beam. And you actually try to get into some areas where there is an element of design on every component. The lamp is just not a lamp, but it's a sculpture. You know, it's a piece of design in and of itself. Even how we integrate, you know, some of the lamps down into this lower area. It's all about design. It's all about integrating design. If you move around to the side of it, again, some of the stuff that I talked about before, when you look from the front to the rear of the car, of this vehicle, again, it has more car-like kind of qualities as opposed to, you know, smooth lines, a gesture that goes from front to rear, not a lot of vertical lines like you might see on some of the trucks, you know. Large wheels, I think these are actually 19s that are available on this vehicle. Large wheel openings. You look at the relationship of the body to the tire. In some previous years when we would do vehicles, the tire was very inset from the sheet metal of the body. So it has a tendency to make the car, when you pull the tire out, look more stable, look wider, and look more substantial. You look at the DLO, we call this area here, the perimeter of this chrome that encompasses the side glass or the rear side glass. We call that a DLO. It is an acronym for daylight opening. And so it is, you look at how it has a continuous design from the front to the rear, and it makes the vehicle look extended, it's long, makes it look a little lower. But again, I said it has some of the utility features where it has some of this stone pecking material on the floor. So this vehicle can go off-road, but it is not specifically an off-road vehicle. But you work well. One thing you try to do that's pretty significant is relative to brand. You try to bring in some cues that people are familiar with that are specific to Chevrolet. For example, back in the day, Chevrolet used to have this cue on the rear lamps where you would have 3 round lamps in the rear. The Impala would have 3 round lamps, the Chevrolet Biscayne would have 2, and the Bel Air would have 2. But they had round lamps, and so trying to bring some of that heritage forward in a more contemporary design, you can still see some of the heritage of the older Chevrolets and the lamps being somewhat round, or they're really almost kind of semicircle here. But they're done in a more contemporary, they're drawn in a more contemporary way, they're more integrated, and there's a more contemporary shape. Even the V that's in the back here is somewhat, as opposed to having just a straight line here, this is an element of style that harkens back to the old Corvettes that had kind of a tunneled backlight, sculptured backlight that had a little bit of a signature of the V. And of course, the rear end wants to be a lot cleaner than some of the truck vocabulary. It has more of a car-like quality. And as we look at the interior, I was also involved in the development of the interior here too. As you look at the interior here, it is wanting to be very spacious. These vehicles are designed to accommodate people. And it can accommodate as many as 7 to 8 persons, depending on the first or second row. The second row has a captain's chairs or a bench seat. But as you look at the interior, see how it wants to be, it has an operable third row seat. All these seats fold down so you can get a flat floor. But the third seat can actually accommodate 3 adults very comfortably from a headroom standpoint and from a width perspective. So it's made to be a people mover. As you look at the front of the IP, you see how the shapes and the vocabularies, they kind of they drape into the doors as to give the sense of this vehicle being, again, having more car-like amenities, and being the instrument panel is what we call far and away, so it's not right in your face, and give the sense of more spaciousness in the car. You use more two-tone kind of quality and upgrade the materials, integrate the components, so it has more of a car-like existence as opposed to a truck-like existence. Of course, the utility issues are there's a storage in the upper here. Let me show it to you. There's a storage in the upper portion of the IP. It opens up. It also has an articulated armrest, so oftentimes when you're driving, you know, and you have cup holders here, the armrest is way back here. Well, this actually has an adjustable detent here, so you can actually adjust the position of the armrest. It has what we call a penthouse storage up here, so you have storage up here, and then this thing can kind of traverse all the way back, and you have storage here as well, where you can put storage down here in the lower cavity as well. And plus room for two cup holders here, storage for your cell phone and whatnot. It also has iPod or MP3 capability as well. So it's got a large glove box, storage in the doors, and a couple bottle holders in all the doors as well. So very comfortable seats. These are actually heated seats. What's unique about this vehicle also is how you get into the third row. It has what we call the smart slide seats. These seats actually, these seats actually cascade forward, flipping forward, so as to give you greater access to the third row. And I'll show you how much room is actually back there because it's a bit deceiving. You can see that I have actually quite a bit of room back here, a lot of headroom. I'm about 5'11", so they actually have quite a bit of room here for the adults. If I sit over here, you can see how much leg room I actually have sitting back here. So it's made to accommodate from 7 to 8 adults. So if you're going on those long trips and whatnot, and you need a people mover, this vehicle is designed to accommodate people and to haul cargo as well. Now I'll show you in the back here just how that actually works. I'll open up the tailgate and show you how much room is actually back here. It actually articulates this way. It actually folds forward too when you flip this switch, and the seat folds completely flat. And it has a power tailgate here too, which you can either operate with a key fob, or you can operate it from control up top, where you just push the little pad that's inside. Here's a little pad here that you push right there that engages the power tailgate. And when you flip these four, the headrests automatically fall down, and the seats fold flat. The headrests, they deploy, and then you get a completely flat floor. And there's storage in here, of course, also. And they have these convenient straps so you can pull them back.